Today's shoutouts go to these guys. If you want a shoutout in the next video, just leave a like and tell me in the comments what blocks, fruit and race combo you use. Alright, so first we got Kilo. It's a pretty bad fruit, but since we are doing every single fruit, we will do these as well. Best races for Kilo would be Shark and Rabbit since they improve ground mobility and the dash distance. Next common fruit, Spin. So I would probably go this spot by changing races so it doesn't matter much. But if you really care about the race, then Shark and Rabbit would be the best. Chop. This fruit is good for sword main users, so you want to have high agility, which means the best race for you would be Mick. Next one, Spring. Again, this fruit is good agility, making it good for sword mains, so the race that you would want to go for is Mick, to improve agility even more. Next fruit, Bomb. For Bomb you can use pretty much anything, but I would choose either Shark or Mick. Now Smoke. This fruit is pretty bad in water, so in order to counter that you can use Shark. And lastly, Spike. For Spike I would choose Mink because why not? Now keep in mind something. You will probably use these common fruits only at the beginning of your blocks fruits journey, so you don't have much choice when it comes to races. So yeah. Now this is when your race really matters. First uncommon fruit, Flame. Flame is really universal fruit because it works with anything basically. But the best race for this fruit would be Mink, of course. Next fruit, Falcon. For this fruit you can use Mink or try something new like Cyborg. So it kind of depends on your playstyle. Ice. Again, it would be best if you go with Mink on this one. Next one, Sand. For Sand you can of course go with Mink or you can go with Ghoul. Dark. For Dark, if you want more agility use Mink, or if you want better overall stats use Cyborg. Next fruit, Revive. Revive lacks air mobility, so you can use Angel or stick to the ground with Mink race. And last uncommon fruit, Diamond. When it comes to Diamond you want to make yourself as tanky as possible and have high damage, so for races you can go with Cyborg or Human. Now let's go with rare fruits. So first rare fruit is the infamous Light. This fruit is famous for its grinding capabilities, so in order to improve them even more you can use Ghoul or Mick. Lots of players argue which one is better, but simply if you want more regeneration use Ghoul, and if you want faster movement use Mick. Other than that they are pretty similar. Next one, Rubber. Surprisingly this fruit isn't that famous for its power, just because of the anime, so you don't have to think much when deciding race. But since it has some high damage moves you can use Human race to improve one-shot combos, or you can go safe and use Mick. Next fruit, Barrier. This fruit lacks mobility a lot, so it's best if you use Mick. And last rare fruit, Magma. For this one I would suggest Shark, but if you want to improve your damage even more then use Human. And yeah, let's get to the legendary fruits. First legendary fruit that we got is Quake. You should probably use Mink with this one, but Shark is also pretty underrated. Next one, Buddha. Now, I would highly suggest you to use Ghoul with Buddha because you can pair it with Ghoul Mask and become unstoppable in raids. You will have such a high regeneration you will be almost immortal. So yeah. Next one is Love. Depends on your playstyle, so use Mink for speed and stun, Shark for aura or Ghoul for life leech. I would go for Ghoul. Spider. Mink or Human. Mink for speed and Human for increased damage. Next fruit, Phoenix. For Phoenix I would go with Cyborg definitely, Phoenix is trash anyways. Next one, Portal. For Portal you can use either Mink for speed or Human for damage. Next one, Rumble. Once again it depends on your playstyle, but you can go with Mink or Ghoul if you play aggressive, and Angel or Shark if you play defensive. You can really use a few different races with Rumble, everything works well. Paw. For Paw you can use Human or Mink. And last legendary fruit, Blizzard. Blizzard doesn't really rely on the user race, but the best race for it would be of course Mick. Now, lastly let's go to the mythical fruits. First mythical fruit that we got is Gravity. For Gravity the best race would of course be Mink, but some would suggest Shark as well. I would stick with Mink to be honest. Doe. Now this is where the magic happens. If you focus on PvP then the best race for Doe is definitely Human, but other than that you can use Shark. Next one, Shadow. You lack some regeneration with this one, so you should go with the Buddha. Next fruit, Venom. For Venom you should probably go with the Cyborg race. Control. If you play good with Control then use Cyborg, but if you're trash like me then you should probably go for Ghoul. Next fruit, Spirit. Spirit works good with a few different races such as Shark for aggressive playstyle, Angel for passive and Mink for hit and run playstyle. dragon. If you're bounty hunting with dragon then use mink, and if you wanna be slow and tanky then use shark. And the last mythical fruit is leopard. Since most of the players play aggressively with leopard, you should use human for insanely high damage. And that's about it. If you need help with the races, check out these videos. And if you have some different suggestions for these fruit/races